Welcome back to Base Camp, WNC. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been working on a pretty good sized project that I won't post or put up anything. So this is a water project we just did somewhere else, and I want to take and show it to you. But this was on an existing piece of property. The spring was probably in 50 years ago or so. Except we'll take you up here and show you the original spring. Well, here's the beginning of it. There's a little bit of a flow right here. There's some coming out here. And you can barely see it moving. If I can zoom in. And then here on this old site, there is a old concrete cistern up here we'll go to that was flowing the first time I came out and met with the owner. And then they had some people put a road going up the top of the hill up here. And the next time we came to work on the spring, there was no water at all. So I got a real good feeling that they compacted all the dirt on top of it and stopped the flow. Then it started flowing back again, which meant water somehow found its way around somewhere into there. So we're going to go up and pump this little tank out and see what we can get out of that and see if we got flow. But we walked up this whole ravine and there's no wet spots up there except right here. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot to deal with. Well, here's this old concrete cistern. And what they had, there's another one over on the other side of the property, is they had a cover over it and a pump sitting on top of it, and they were pumping out of it. Now, the owner's just hell-bent on using this one, even though the one on the other side of the property has the old pump from 20, 30 years ago and everything else built over there, which kind of tells me this thing must dry up at some point. They abandoned this one and went somewhere else. Because if you walk all around this property, there's all these little holes dug all around the creeks, which kind of tells me they were looking for water. Well, here I bailed out this concrete pipe they used as a cistern. And here is the water flow coming out of the ground. We're going to hopefully keep it flowing all day. But that right there is about a stream about the size of pencil lead. And that is 1 pint per hour is what that works out to. So that's 1 pint per minute, which is like 7.5 gallons per hour, which is 180 gallons per day. And this is springtime, so I don't know if this thing will keep it up all the time or not. Now what we're going to try to do is dig this thing down, clean it all out, do all that. But there is a pipe where they used to have it outflowing right there. But we're going to have to dig this mud and leaves and trash from the last 30, 40 years out of this ditch and either see if we find a pipe, which would be no good, or open this hole up here and make that the outflow if we sanitize this old concrete cistern up right here. Got most of the mud and rock out the bottom, but it'll be a job. But that's half the fun of it. Once again, I gotta apologize. I got busy and what I did was took a masonry drill and drilled holes all the way around this the old concrete spring, because you can see nothing's coming out of the spring. It won't get that high. Put gravel around it And this side here, I drilled a 1-inch hole, stuck a 3/4 inch piece of pipe, and just rigged up a screen wire. I got to get the right thing for it, but I just rigged up a screen right there to kind of separate all the floaties right now to keep them off of it. And then we got out here on the front end of it. We got out here and we just took this nice red clay they got here on the property and sealed up the whole thing here. I can make my phone stop focusing. And we got a 1-inch black poly line we had to dig down through the old ditch and got it going on around. What I want to show you here, if I can get the camera to work for me. You see that fantastic flow of water? That is 1 gallon per hour. That is what a gallon per hour looks like. That's all they getting, and they hoping it's just been dry for so long here all winter and spring, and they're hoping that when normal year, it'll start flowing a lot better than what this is. Well, overnight, of course, it filled up this wonky line that I got to get. I don't know, I guess we'll probably move it all the way over to the edge and stake it on grade, because it's not a whole lot of fall down to here. There's so much fall, we only get about 4 inches in the spring box here. But if I can, you can see, even with that little bit, you can see just overnight how much these filters will trap the sediment. And the good thing about that is it's easier to clean out the bucket and change the filters and wash them over and put them back in than it is to get down in that tank and clean the sediment out. And that's the whole purpose of it. But the spring's getting better. We remeasured it. It must be cleaning out some holes and everything else, because I don't know if you'll be able to see it. But it's now up to like 5 gallons per hour running in the box. Well, overnight, of course, the water levels come up. I got a reflection right here in the camera, but it's about 2 inches of water. Yesterday afternoon when we left, the water was just into the filter. Now it's about 2 inches above it. It's still not running in from the old pipe where I drilled the holes through the concrete pipe. All the water's coming in from around it. But going out the ditch and going over the humps and the rocks, that's why it had to come above the outlet to get enough pressure to push it up over this hump right down here that is nothing but rock. But it's flowing. Well, of course, this is the line going in. It's running into the tank. About an inch below it is the overflow line that's going to come out and go down there. And I guess on the way down, we're going to go ahead and this line here, this will be the access hole for the pump on this side of the tank. The line will be coming out of the line right there. We'll be putting the water and power line. We'll be putting the deep well pump in the stand down here in the tank. Then we'll have to trench as soon as the power company gets done. I'm going to build a little, they're going to build a little pump house over here. And then on the other side of that car, it's going to be the power box and the water hydrant for the trailer when they get to that point. So that'll be Monday we start working on that. And I'll probably take you along for the build tomorrow. And we'll be back here on Monday starting to put stuff in. Well, we got the big hole opened up, and of course here's my pump in my sleeve to hold it up off the bottom of the tank. It comes up. We got a union here at the top, so in case you got to disconnect it, we'll clamp it to that pipe. Waterproof the wire connections, set it down in the tank, and put hydraulic cement on the other end, and we're done in the tank. Well, here's what the top of the spring looked like. We got down there and cleaned out all the leaves and trash again, and we re-sanitized it, and trying to keep the owner's children out of it, or playing around in it and throwing stuff in it. But what this is one of them wire cable reels you see laying alongside the road they get rid of. And we took the plastic end and made a lid for over top the spring housing. Well, this is the 1,000-gallon tank. And what they didn't want, because now in the last year and a half or so, everything's about the microplastics. They wanted a concrete tank, so they got it's a septic tank. When they were building the whole place here, the guy putting septic tanks in went to the company and got a plain 1,000-gallon tank, and they wanted a hand pump on it, so we rigged a hand pump down into the tank, so if their power's out or something, they can just come over and pump water. Well, this side of the road here is the water tank, and it comes over, and as you can tell, this is a new build. They are just now getting rock delivered, and this is going to be a pad where they're going to park a fifth-wheel trailer. Electric came into here, so then the electric guy had to go from here down. We put my pipe and his in one big ditch over to the system. I'll show you that. But this is a new build on a piece of property. Yes, this owner had to deal with the county, and this is a new one in order to get the septic tank and power in. The health department came out and took a water sample, and then they charged them a bunch of money. And if you look at it right there on the end of the faucet, right there, it's a backflow preventer. And that keeps water from the trailer or hose going back into the water system. I explained to the people that there's a check valve down there, so that doesn't happen. But that county employee couldn't understand the word check valve. They require a backflow preventer, so of course they had to screw that on to make the county happy, because they hire people that have no idea what their job is other than the description they're told, and they're told they're Lord God Almighty. But a typical thing, the pump, deep well pump in the tank. So of course it runs from over there and to here. Typical thing comes back out, goes to that hydrant, that's it. For this whole build, I think they had a uphill battle, because first the county wouldn't let them put a septic tank there, so then they had to hire a soil engineer, and the sewage goes down into this tank here with a pumping station, and then it pumps across the driveway and up that hill, and the drain field is over there. But sooner or later, when they get all set up, there is another 60, 70-year-old spring house right there. See if I can zoom in. And that's the one they were using, because this property originally, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500 feet away, way up in the woods is where the house is. So we're going to redo that spring sooner or later to irrigate, and they're going to use this as a garden area down here. Well, if I could ever be a help to you, I got to apologize. The editing's going to probably be a little bit rough. It's been a while since I've done this, so you got to bear with me. And I've got a bunch of them on the phone. Some stuff I've been doing all winter long, I got to get posted. So if I can ever be a help to you, don't hesitate to call. It's what we do. And as always, like it, share it, subscribe, tell your friends about it. I'll see you next time.